Are you ready? Should we record your video? So Logan is 2 months old, and we thought it would be fun to share some of the things that he's learned how to do and talk about what some of his favorite activities are and just what life is like with a 2-month-old. So to get started, Logan has not had his 2-month appointment yet, so we don't know exactly how tall or how long he is, but Alex and I guess he's between 10 and 11 pounds because he's definitely gotten chunky with those cute little chubby cheeks. And every time we pick him up, we're just like, I can't believe how big you are. Like, we stand him up like this, and he's so big. He's not a newborn anymore. He's definitely a full-fledged baby, huh? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? No? Okay. So Logan's sleep habits have been really good for a 2-month-old. He usually sleeps about a 6 or 7 hour stretch at night, and then he will wake up and eat and then go back to sleep for another 3 hours or so. Last night he slept for 5 hours, woke up and ate, and then slept for another 5 hours, and I probably like that better than the one long stretch followed by a couple short stretches, just because we end up getting better sleep that way. He usually will have his last daytime feeding around 7 o'clock, then he'll play with us for a little bit and then go to sleep around 8 or 8:30, and then we wake him up and feed him again at 10 o'clock, and he'll usually go until 3 or 4. And then we feed him again, and then he'll wake up around 6 or 7, eat, and then I'll usually put him back to sleep, and he sleeps for another 3 hours. And those 3 hours are my time to get stuff done. So I can work out, I can clean the house, I can do work, whatever needs to get done. That's my only guaranteed time to get it done. Huh? Yeah. Because when it comes to daytime sleep, he's not such a good sleeper. He doesn't like to sleep in his crib for naps because he likes to be held. And so a lot of the times he'll sleep for like 30 minutes in my arms, then I'll try and lay him down, and he doesn't want to be laid down. So then he wakes right back up, and we kind of do that over and over again. So the only exception is that he likes to sleep in the car seat. So when we go into actual Minot off base, he'll usually fall asleep on our way there, or we click his car seat into the stroller and go for walks, and he will sleep there too. If he's really being fussy and I really have to get stuff done, then I'll usually wrap him up in my Moby wrap and we'll get stuff done together. Got some spit up? There you go. Logan is definitely a spitter-upper. He takes after his dad in that regard. It's been getting a little bit better as he's been starting to burp himself a little bit, but he definitely still likes to ruin outfits with spit up. He also likes to ruin outfits by coming out the other end, huh? Yeah. That's right. Logan's in a pretty good routine of sleeping and then waking up and eating and then playing and then just doing that over and over again. And his favorite way to play is he likes to talk to Alex and I while we're holding him, but eventually he gets tired of being held after about 15 or 20 minutes. He just wants to be put down on the floor to stretch and play and do his own thing. So we have a play mat that he loves to lay on. And so we do a lot of that where he gets to lay on his play mat and talk to the little things that are hanging from it. His pack and play also has some stars that dangle above, so he loves to lay in there and look at those stars. Don't you? Hey. Or this is the time of day where he's definitely the happiest, is right after he's eaten and gotten changed. Huh. It's usually when he'll start talking and cooing and doing lots of cute things like that. This morning, Alex and I came in to get him out of bed, and he looked over at me and gave me a huge smile, like he was excited to see me, and then I picked him up, and Alex was sitting next to me, and he looked right over at Alex and gave him a huge smile, and it was absolutely adorable. Definitely melted both of our hearts. It was so cute. The other day, I was sitting here holding him, and I was telling him, I love you, and he would coo back at me. I would say, I love you, and then he would coo, and then I would say, I love you, and then he would coo. And so I'm convinced that he was saying, I love you too, Mama, but you know, we'll see. Logan loves to suck on things. He loves his pacifier. He needs it at night to fall asleep. And so we've been trying to work with him to help him suck his thumb a little bit more so that way he can kind of self-soothe in the middle of the night. And it's definitely been working because I can hear him wake up at night and then he'll go back to sleep all on his own. He gets excited to get his thumb in his mouth the way that he wants instead of trying to suck on his whole fist, which doesn't always work the way that he wants to. So it's been cute to watch him learn to gain control of his hands more. He also likes to use his hands when he's laying on his play mat. He'll sit there and swat at the toys and bat them back and forth, and it's really cute. It's it's fun seeing him learn and develop and grow. I get sad that he's not my little baby newborn anymore, but then I get so excited when he's doing things like smiling and interacting with me and interacting with his toys by hitting them and playing with them, and so it's a lot of fun. It's a fun age. And trying to just enjoy this age as much as possible and definitely not wish it away and definitely not mourn the fact that he's not a newborn anymore, because he's just so fun. His head control is getting a lot better. He does really good at holding it up and doing tummy time. He doesn't love tummy time. Usually he ends up just laying down and going to sleep if we put him on his tummy. So we'll usually lay him on our chest and then have him do tummy time there, because then he'll talk to us and try and suck on his hands and things. So his head control is really, really good. He almost rolled over about 3 or 4 days ago. He was laying in his pack and play on his stomach, and he got his chest and his bum and his legs completely up in the air, and I thought he was just going to roll over just from gravity pulling him, but his one arm just wasn't quite in the right spot, and so he couldn't quite roll over from belly to back, but we're definitely not far from it happening at all. Logan currently eats 3.5 ounces in his bottle. During the day he gets breast milk that was frozen back from when I was pumping, and then at night he gets formula just because it stays in his stomach a little bit longer and helps him sleep for longer. Plus it also makes it so the breast milk will go a little bit further if we kind of stretch it out by introducing some formula in there. We just started doing 3.5 ounces instead of 3 ounces, and it seemed to make a big difference. He went from eating every 2 to 2.5 hours to eating 3 to 3.5 hours, which is nice, so we can actually get some stuff done, and he's not just going from being hungry to full and then hungry again right away, so that's nice. I love to read him books. He doesn't really love to have books read to him. I try and read to him every morning after we have his 10 o'clock feeding. We get him changed and bathed if he needs it. But he usually is like, yeah, I've already been sitting still all night. Could you just put me down so I could play, please? So we might have to start reading books at another time of day, because he just is not that into it in the morning when he first wakes up. Logan is still in 0 to 3 month clothes. I think he'll be in them probably until he's 3 months old. He seems to be outgrowing clothes a lot faster by length than by width, because he's a tall little boy. So like this outfit's kind of like capris, and the sleeves are more like 3/4 sleeves, but he definitely is not ready to go into 3 to 6 month clothes yet. They would be way too big. They'd be falling off of him. But we're also finding and figuring out that different brands last for different brands fit him differently. So things like Baby Gap are a lot bigger, and he's starting to be able to wear those now, versus before he really could only wear like the Carter's 3 month clothes. So he's starting to get to wear some new stuff he's never worn before. Logan loves bath time and especially shower time. He showers with Alex pretty much every morning when Alex is home, and if he isn't home then he'll shower or bathe with me sometimes, but he definitely likes it better when it's with his dad. So I think that's it for Logan's 2 month update. I had a lot of fun thinking of all the different things that he's doing right now that I wanted to get down in video, and the things that I wanted to make sure that we shared, so that way we can come back and look at this video in the future and remember all the fun things that he was doing at this age. Yeah, you're fun right now, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, are you gonna get mad? Alright, well thanks for watching the video. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, you can't be crying during the wrap up. You need some distraction for me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Right up. That's good. This is good. Very good. So you love the bullet. Oh, or that didn't really make sense, did it? When you edit, you're gonna have to like piece this together in a coherent order.
Our last moments as 2 people.
Instead of a family of 3.
I mean, we've always been 3, but, you know.
Well, he's not here.
Technicalities.
Yeah.